everyone, I'm Mary, one of your librarians at the Cape May County Library, and this is a Cape May County Library book recommendation video. Every book that I recommend to you today is available both physically in the library and online through our Libby app. So you can download the free Libby app if you want, that's Libby, or you can go to libbyapp.com to use the website to view and listen to these books. Alright, so the first book that I'm going to tell you about, I don't have the physical copy because it's checked out. It is called Anna Strong, A Spy During the American Revolution, and it's written by Sarah Glenn Marsh and illustrated by Sarah Green. Alright, so as you can probably tell, this is a book about a Revolutionary War spy named Anna Strong. It's a nonfiction book, so that means that it's a true story, and I have my information on the back to make sure I tell you everything. It's about a woman who was a Revolutionary War spy at great risk to herself and her family. And I really loved how it told you all about all the different things she would do. Like, she would hang her laundry out in a certain way to spread the information out to the rest of the Revolutionary War soldiers. We have it as an e-audiobook through Libby, and it's about 30 minutes long if you listen to it at regular speed. You can speed up the books that you listen to on Libby. I love doing that. It doesn't make them sound chipmunky, it just makes them talk a little bit faster, and then if they're talking too fast you can bring it back down. And it depends on who's reading it, but I always like to listen to it a little bit faster. Alright, the rest of the books I'm going to recommend to you are back here. The first one is one of my favorite books. It is called Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky, and it's written by Kwame Mbalia. Alright, I have my information back here, so I'm going to look at the book some. This is a supernatural adventure where Tristan Strong accidentally breaks into another realm where characters he's heard stories about, like John Henry and Brer Rabbit, need his help to win a war and repair the hole that he just, punched between the two worlds. It pulls from African American folktales and West African legend. I loved learning more about the African American folktales that I'd heard a little bit about but hadn't probably heard all the way through. And I loved getting to know more about this core piece of American history, the time period that the African American folktales were coming to be. Alright, so this book is recommended for grades 5 to 8, and that's just your recommendation. You don't have to stick with it. And we have it as an ebook and an e-audiobook, so you can get it through Libby nice and easy. And it's about 11 hours long if you listen to it at normal speed, which sounds kind of long, but it's such an action-packed story, and you're always moving, and there's always something interesting happening, so you're not upset that it's that long. And it's the first book in a series. So first is Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky, and second is Tristan Strong Destroys the World, which will be coming out in October. Alright? Yeah. Now, next recommendation is another series book. This book is called The Serpent's Secret, and this series is called Kiranmala and the Kingdom Beyond. And it's written by Sayantani DasGupta. Alright? So, another supernatural adventure. You can tell I kind of have, a genre that I like. And Kiranmala is from Parsippany, New Jersey, which is just straight up the parkway near the top of New Jersey. And on her 12th birthday, her parents disappear, a spell protecting her expires, a Rakosh, which is a demon, attacks her, and two princes on flying horses come and take her to the kingdom beyond the 7 seas and 13 rivers, where it turns out she is a princess. Very interesting. She has to save her parents and learns her true history along the way. Right? And I really loved reading about someone who's from kind of nearby, going to some very far away world that is new to all of us because she didn't know it exists and we didn't know it exists. And also I really loved learning about East Indian culture through her experiences and her family. And there is a fun quote underneath this paper here on the back cover. It says, "In the name of the Garden State Parkway, I am not a princess!" Alright, and this book is recommended for grades 5 to 8. Again, that's only a suggestion. There's plenty of wiggle room. And it's available as an ebook and an e-audiobook. It's a little over 8 hours long if you listen to it at normal speed, but again, you can speed it up if you want to. But there's so much adventure, so you're not going to really be hurting through the whole book. And it is the first book in a series, so it starts with The Serpent's Secret, and then we have Game of Stars, and then also The Chaos Curse. And I don't have a copy of The Chaos Curse because it's checked out right now. And look at the cover of this book. It is gorgeous, and my favorite, it has shiny stuff on it. Alright, next last but not least in any way, we have Arusha and the End of Time, which is by Roshani Chokshi, alright? And another supernatural adventure. Aru tries to fit in at her private school by telling lies, and then she has to light a lamp to prove that it's actually cursed, and surprise, it is cursed! She was not prepared for that. And she accidentally releases something called a sleeper. She's thrown into a world where the characters of Hindu mythology have come to life. And she learns she's a Pandava, which is one of the 5 brothers from the Mahabharata, which is a Hindu epic. It was about a great battle. And she has a soul sister who helps her enter the kingdom of death to find the secret that will destroy the sleeper. I loved all the action and learning more about Hindu mythology because Hindu mythology is super interesting. This book is recommended for grades 3 to 6. Again, just a recommendation. We have it as an ebook and an e-audiobook. It's about 10.5 hours long if you listen to it at regular speed. Again, there's tons of action and stuff going on, so you're not really hurting through that 10 hours. And it is part of the Pandava trilogy. First, there is Arusha and the End of Time, then Arusha and the Song of Death, and then Arusha and the Tree of Wishes. Alright, and we have the physical copies, and we have the Libby copies. Alright, so those are my recommendations. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any help, or if you need any help working with Libby, just give the library a call and we will gladly help you. Alright, thank you very much. Bye!